It's a beautiful bacon day, Cookie Crusaders. Today I want to talk to you guys about the Kingdom Arena PvP teams that are currently taking the lead and what the potential teams could be in the future. So, as of right now, there's a few different ways to build the teams. So, I'm going to kind of cover the theme teams, and then you can make the combinations according to what you think works best for you. So, you can do the 4 tanks option. So if you do that option, you're going to probably pick Wildberry, Dark Cacao, Madeline, which is this one, and Caramel Arrow. Then usually it's going to be between Parfait, Herb, and Pomegranate as far as your remaining one. Herb is usually best if you feel like you're going to be fighting a team that has a lot of debuffs. Parfait if you feel that you need a lot of defense. And Pomegranate if you just want to do a lot of extra attack. So they're situationally different accordingly. If you have the treasures leveled up, run the monocle, as well as the robes and the scroll. If you do not have these treasures, you can run the scythe as the rare treasure, and then anything else that helps heal or boost attack. But those are the 3 top recommended treasures. Next, you have the classic Ginger Scam. So that's going to be Gingerbrave and Kumiho, but then the other 3 cookies are going to be Caramel Arrow, Sea Fairy, and Frost Queen. Now, if you don't have Sea Fairy, you don't have Frost Queen, you could run Squid Ink, you could run Blossom, you could run Cream Puff, you could run Espresso, or you could run Twizzly. So there's some other ones that can hit pretty hard still. They won't be as effective because of the speed and the damage that they do. But that is the team that at least is running in the arena right now. And that team runs with the scroll, the robes, and the insignia treasure, which is a guild exclusive treasure. The 2-tank teams, all of them are going to have Wildberry just because of the damage resistance and the overall reflection damage. And all of them except one is going to have Dark Cacao because of the shield removal and the overall damage that Dark Cacao can do. Clotted Cream is going to be in a couple of them, where instead Sorbet and Eclair are going to be in a couple of them. Pumpkin Pie is going to be in a couple of them, which the one that Pumpkin Pie is in runs with Sorbet, and that's kind of a tank killing team. And then Cotton is going to be in most, except the other ones that have Clotted Cream and Dark Cacao, they're going to have Parfait at the back end. So the most popular one that I've personally been seeing is either Wildberry and Dark Cacao with Eclair, Clotted Cookie, and Parfait. The reason this one's working is just high damage resistance, good weakness debuffs, debuff resistance, defense from Parfait. You just got a very defensive team, and it works pretty well. And so Scroll, Clock, and Feather are usually the treasures run in all of these teams because you want revival, you want power, and you want skill activations. The 1-tank team, that's usually going to be a Wildberry for the setup, but if you run it, it's either you're running Sorbet for tank killing, you're running Clotted Cream with Frost Queen, just so that you get shut down teams between the cage and the skill freezing, or you're running Pomegranate and Eclair with Clotted Cream and Frost because you just want the most amount of power being pushed out against your enemy team. So that's another popular one too. Then of course there's the attack speed team, and that's going to be Wildberry and Caramel Arrow, and then you can switch between Pomegranate, Eclair, and Herb, or Pomegranate, Sea Fairy, Frost Queen, or Eclair, Frost Queen, Herb. All of them are going to be running Scroll, Robes, and Scythe. It's a fast team, it deals a lot of damage, and it takes care of a lot of enemies. So those are the top teams right now. Now the teams that are definitely coming into the fold are going to be your summoner teams. So Pumpkin Pie, Snow Sugar, Crunchy Chip, the new one, Cotton, and then we may see more play with Licorice Cookie, and we may also see more from some of the other transformation animals. Not in the sense that they get the buff from the summoner team, but they may end up pairing well with their skills. against the upcoming metas. So that's the one team that I definitely am starting to see rise in popularity. Another team that I think is going to start making a big impact is going to be a critical face team. So this would be Mala and Cream Puff, maybe Sparkling, and then combined with two really powerful cookies along with them. Very likely could be Wildberry and Hollyberry, so very high damage resistance team, and then dealing a lot of critical damage in the back end. So that's a team I could definitely see coming into the fruition. And then we might have a kind of ranger focused team. So Pastry and Rye, they've been sitting in the back corners for a long time. I think that they're going to be starting to make a comeback really soon. I'm definitely working with teams to look into them. And out of the three of these archers right here, Tiger Lily, at level 70, actually is going to be doing a very good amount of damage. So that is something I am looking into, is these three and how they're going to scale upwards. Because as these cookies are getting to level 70, they're not all equally raising in power and in skill percentages. So some of them are actually reclassifying themselves in the tiers and how well they can be effective in most teams. So definitely start to look out for different teams to come on the rise. You might see stuff that you've not expected. You might even see some other cookies in the lower formats that may come into the fold too. So we're going to start looking and seeing what's possible from many different angles as the updates continue to come. But I want to get your opinion, of course, in the comments of what your personal favorite team is to run in the arena right now, but also what team you hope to see be popular in the coming updates. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful day.